From the Board of Trustees at Damblera Community College, welcome to the fall semester. A special welcome to the new employees who are here for the first time. This semester reminds me a lot of a car trip I took last fall with some family members to Mount Rushmore. For several months we planned the trip, and we knew almost every day what we were going to do and when we were going to come home. That's a lot like this semester for the journey that our students are on in their higher education. They planned for years of getting a degree or certificate, and they're on their journey right now. I know that all of you will make it possible for them to continue their journey without any interruptions. It's much like my trip. I knew when I was going to start, I knew what I was going to do every day, and I knew when I was going to come home. And it's the same thing with their college. They know what they want to do when they get their degree or certificate, and we need to make sure that we don't slow down or interrupt their journey. I have the utmost confidence that that's going to happen, and you guys are going to do a great job of leading them in this year for their college degree or certificate, as I mentioned. I look forward to seeing you at the in-service in 2021 spring, and I hope nothing but the best for this semester. Godspeed.
Hello there, Dak, and welcome to the in-service of virtual reality. I'm not even here, I'm just a hologram. No, that's not true. I'm really here. My name's Stephen Nacco. I'm the president of DAC, and very honored to welcome you back to a fall semester like you've never seen. And what we're going to do, though, over the next couple of days is some of the work in your divisions, and remembering that this is going to be a fall semester where safety of you as our employees, our faculty and staff, and our students is of paramount importance. So our priorities are going to be doing what we can do to remain in business, serving the community, but staying safe in terms of everything we're doing. Over the last now 4 months, a group of really committed faculty association, classified staff association, and administrators have worked together every week to try to first to conceptualize what the summer is going to be, and they've done that successfully. And now looking at the fall semester, we're going to run our classes with safe social distancing, with a requirement of masks by everybody, with temperature checks, and really class sizes restricted to 10 or fewer by either scheduling extra classes or running modified hybrids. Hand sanitizer, we even have some blasting machines that Doug Adams and his crew are using to sanitize areas. We're going to be even safer than the state requirements. And the idea that as we run through the semester at any time, if we were to go back to phase 3, we would be ready for that and already have prepared our labs and regular classroom instruction. So front-loading the lab classes, front-loading the career technical classes, these are some of the priorities that you'll see during the semester. We had a great summer. If you throw out the Department of Corrections statistics, because we weren't going into the Department of Corrections as long as it wasn't really secure in terms of the health and safety of our employees. But if you throw that out, our enrollment was up 14.7% compared to this previous summer. That is just great, great news. And it's a testament to all of you who've been teaching online in the summer, to all of you who've been working from home and supporting our initiatives of giving students a reason to stay in school. Not just our DAC students, but we've had visiting students from all over who've returned since March, been thrown out of their residence halls and are now with us, have been with us, and maybe are thinking of not going back in a year or more, what we call stop-outs. We don't want them to do that. We want them to stay in school, earn credits at DAC, and then continue and transfer those credits. So that's one of the priorities you'll see in the spring, in the summer, where we're also half price for online, and the first look at that, the enrollment of that is skyrocketing, but also offering students who need classroom experience a piece of that. Some of their week will be spent here on the campus. But it's not going to be business as usual. We're not doing all the rentals. We're not going to have all the activities. Sports will run in a very measured way. I mean, we have, so for cross country, it's a sport that's meant for social distance. If you're any good, you're putting big distance between yourself and everybody else. And then there's golf. We're doing scrimmages and things like that. Basketball will resume if everything continues as it is, and if we stay safe. Basketball games might start by January 11th, men's and women's, but again, we're not sure of that. We're going to be nimble and remember some of that. One of the features of today and tomorrow, as we go through this virtual in-service, is that we're going to have our faculty really revitalizing and recommitting to something that they've been doing extremely well under Dr. Abby Hani, which is assessments of student learning outcomes, closing the loop, and doing everything that the HLC has really been supervising, because this time next year, next fall, the HLC will return to see all of the good work. And these are the assessment champions that we have in all of our divisions. So the work you're doing during this in-service, you faculty, through Dr. Abby Hani, is of paramount importance. We're also now we're going to start a new semester with a new academic vice president of academic services, a new chief academic officer. Now, at this point, when you're talking to me now, you know, as they'd say if this were a publication, when we went to press, all I could say is a phenomenal screening committee of 12 people led by Becky Doss, 6 faculty, the academic deans, and a couple of administrators have now put together a ballot of 3 candidates that they've brought forward to me and 4 key senior staff members to winnow out one as your new chief academic officer. At this point, as we're going to press, I can't say who that is because we haven't interviewed them yet. But I just want to give my congratulations and thanks to that screening committee for having done all of the interviews and brought forward 3 candidates that, at least on paper, and one of them, I know personally, all 3 of them are a credit to your work as a committee in finding somebody, and any of them would be a winner as DAC's future. And it's a position that really, I hate to sound this way, the president is not as important as this position. The chief academic officer of this college is the core of our mission. And because of that, that person is the one to lead us into the next decade and beyond in terms of academics. So the most important job. That person's more of the inside person, where the president works more outside. You know, you see me working on street corners and stuff. No, I'm just kidding. I shouldn't be. But what you're doing here and what you've done is really great. What we've got in the next year, for us to work together, collaboration is going to be the key to our success. And you've done it. You've shown you can do that. 10 people, 10 of you are smarter than I am. So the more we work in groups and come up with ideas for better service for students, collaboratively, creatively, is important, and in a caring way. The fact that we're going to be back, let's keep in mind that care matters. The students here who are going to be here are really going to be flummoxed when they see that they're wearing masks, that they're required to have social distancing. It's not going to be the dream that you have of going to college, but we really are committed to giving students who need the college experience that. And so I thank you for being here, for being at DAC, and for committing yourself to the success and the mission of this college. Have a great fall semester. And as you've heard, we have good news about our Chief Academic Officer search. We have a new Vice President of Academic Affairs, Dr. Natalie Page, who will be joining us on September 14th. You've heard it here, and you'll meet her next month. In the meantime, thank you for being DAC faculty and staff. And if you're students out there and student workers, we adore you too. Thank you all.
Okay, hi, I am Tammy Betancourt, the Vice President of Finance and Chief Financial Officer, and I have basically one announcement. With the retirement of Mike Cunningham, there's been some reorganization in the division. Debbie Knight is still has the same departments reporting to her as she has. However, she has a new title and is an Assistant Vice President of Finance. And then we do have an addition to the division, also an Assistant Vice President of Finance, and that is Carl Lewis. Carl is responsible for purchasing, Graphics Center, Campus Services, and will continue to be the budget analyst for Vermilion County Works and Adult Ed programs. Carl has a bachelor's in business from Indiana Wesleyan University and a master's in technology from Eastern Illinois University. Carl has been working as a business consultant since 2001. He has worked on a variety of projects ranging from technology upgrades to business restructuring. He has also consulted with DACC since 2007, providing financial analysis and budget guidance for Vermilion County Works and Adult Ed. We're very excited to have Carl on board as a full-time DACC employee. Debbie has moved to Mike's old office and Carl is in Debbie's old office. So feel free to contact us, any of us, with questions or stop by anytime with a mask in place, of course. Thank you.
I have two announcements today from the athletic department. First, I would like to introduce someone who is no stranger to our department and our school. He came to us in 2009 as a student from Whiteland, Indiana. He was a member of our baseball team for both the 2010 and 11 seasons. He earned his associate's degree in 2011 before transferring to Quincy University in Quincy, Illinois. He earned his bachelor's degree from Quincy University, and he's been our assistant baseball coach since 2015. He is now our new head baseball coach. Please welcome Clayton Hicks. And then the second announcement I have is a new addition to our department. I'd like to welcome Parker Cervantes to the athletic department. She is the daughter of Matt and Kelly Cervantes, who was born on July 18th. Welcome, Parker, and congratulations to Matt and Kelly. Thank you.
Hi everyone, this is Nick from College Express. College Express instructors, we're going to have a staff meeting, so if you haven't done so already, please check your email, and information about that staff meeting should be in there. If not, call me at extension 8742. Have a great day.
Hello, Marcy Wright, who has been our HIT director since 2013, will be stepping down this fall to spend more time with her family. She will continue to use her Master's of Science in Health Informatics degree as one of our faculty, which is how she actually started her career here at DAC in 2006. Marcy's also going to be mentoring our new director for the HIT program, which will be Kelly Johnson. Kelly Johnson comes from Florida, and she also has her MS degree in Health Informatics and Information Management, which she received from the University of Tennessee. Prior to coming to DAC, Kelly served as an ultrasound tech, an HCC coding specialist, and a math and science teacher for middle schools and high schools in Florida and Alabama. She has 4 children: Trenton, who's 25, Lauren, who's 24, Delson, who's 18, and Linda is 17. And an interesting fact about Kelly is that she is learning to speak Chinese. She's almost to a conversational level. Her daughter Lauren's husband is Taiwanese, and their language is Chinese, and so she and her children decided that they would learn that language. And they're all speaking at various levels, anywhere from recreational to fluent. Finally, Mimi Skinner, our current nursing director, is retiring, and a reception is tentatively planned for September, so you can be expecting that. Our new nursing director is Susan Koss. Her MS is in nursing with emphasis in leadership and healthcare systems, and she received that from Grand Canyon University. She worked as an LPN at the VA before earning her associate's degree here at DAC in 2004, and has since worked for Provena and OSF in Danville. Susan shared with me that she's capable of operating heavy machinery. She actually lifted her husband in a basket of a high lift crane to install ballpark lights. So if you need any trees trimmed or a septic tank installed, any kind of heavy equipment moved, you might want to give her a call. Thank you.
Welcome back. This is Ruth Lindeman of the DACC Library, and I'm here to tell you that the library's got a whole new look. Because of COVID, we've had to close the lower level of the library. Unfortunately, there was no way to keep materials virus-free if we didn't do that. So if you need something, you'll go in our new system and place a request, and then we'll retrieve what you need for you and can even send it to your office. We've also had to restructure the upstairs of the library. We've put in as many computer stations as we can fit in the space while still maintaining good social distancing practices. But it does mean that users will have to check out keyboards from the circulation desk because it's the only way we have of cleaning them between users. We continue to provide several forms of virtual support for staff and students, so please encourage your students to use these. And finally, check out the short how-to videos that are included with your in-service materials. They'll tell you how to use our new system, how to set up streaming video sources for your classes, and how to use our Libby app so that it will increase your ebook and audiobook sources. Thanks for watching, and please know that we look forward to working with you this fall.
Welcome back to campus, everybody. I'm Stacy Eamon, the Vice President of Student Services, and I must say I've missed seeing everybody on campus, so we're kind of excited to get everybody back here. I can say, though, that you all look amazing, so whatever you've been doing over the past few months, keep it up. To start off the announcements today, I'm going to introduce two new staff members. The first is Chelsea Thomas. She started this past February as a TRIO academic advisor. Chelsea started her college education at DACC, where she earned an associate degree, and then she transferred to Eastern Illinois University, where she earned a bachelor's and master's degree. While she was here at DAC and at Eastern, she was a proud TRIO student. And she was also a cheerleader here at DACC. She was also a student worker at DACC, so you might recognize her from the Child Development Center or the Testing Center. And before she started her current position here at DAC, she was a health inspector at the Vermilion County Health Department. An interesting fact about Chelsea is recently Chelsea and her parents started a campus ministry on campus called Acts Campus Ministry. So they look forward to working with staff and students in this capacity. So welcome aboard, Chelsea. Our next up is Eunice Dix, and she's our new financial aid specialist. And she officially started the job just a few weeks ago, so please welcome Eunice to the campus. And while Eunice is from Chicago, she's been in Danville for a little while now. In fact, she's earned 10 degrees and certificates from DACC while she's been here. Her 3 associate degrees are in administrative professional AAS, software specialist AAS, and the associate in general studies. Her certificates range from accounting, software specialist, medical office, and desktop design and publishing. And some of you might recognize Eunice because she was a student worker in financial aid office when she worked here, but she was also most recently working in the bookstore. So we can recognize her from her work here. And fun fact about Eunice is that she's a very funny person, and she's thought about doing stand-up comedy in her spare time, so we'll have to check out her jokes. And she also enjoys writing poetry. So we are very lucky to have Eunice come aboard full-time as a DACC financial aid specialist. So those are our new staff announcements. Now just some general announcements to cover all of the student service areas. First and foremost, student services are open, and we've been on campus since July 6th. So we just wanted everybody know that we are helping students in person on phone or virtually, whatever students feel most comfortable with. So if you need to refer somebody to one of our offices, please send them or have them call, and we'd be happy to help them. The most important thing is to make the students feel comfortable and meet them wherever they are most comfortable at. Next up to bat is Testing and Academic Services Center. Due to COVID-19 restrictions and our campus safety precautions, our testing, academic accommodations, and general tutoring will be prioritized based on the following. First, at the top of the list, our placement testing, testing certifications for employment and academic program completions, and then academic accommodations. And that would include testing, tutoring, and study space. And those are for students with disabilities. And then we will also provide some limited testing accommodations for students who do not have the appropriate technologies to perform the tests that are required. For example, this summer I had a student call me frantic because her laptop died and she was needing to take her final, and it was with the respondus and she didn't have it. So, we made those accommodations for her. So those instances, Lisa Rudolph will be helping. If you need help with that or a student needs help with that, please contact her and she can help you out with that. And then as soon as the center can open up for additional testing, Lisa will contact the deans and all the faculty with all the specifics on that. Something new to advisement and counseling, they've added a small computer lab for students to access their self-service records, like their grades or their schedule, their financial aid. Then they can also look at their coursework with Blackboard, or just have a smaller private setting where they can do some work. Right now, only 3 students at a time. Once the restrictions are lifted, a few more students can get in there. But that's open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. And then there's always staff from the advisement and counseling area to help students maneuver the systems. So that will be nice. If you haven't heard yet, or you haven't looked at your email, we have a new student portal. So we've moved from the Jaguar Spot to the Mydacc. My handy dandy little reference sheet here. This is the new logo, and you can find that up where you would find the old Jaguar Spot in the upper, right hand corner when you're looking at it. So we're referring all students to that spot now, or the Mydacc. And this will give them critical access to, access to critical systems such as email, self-service, again, where the students' schedules, finances, grades, degree progress. They can sign up for the payment plan through there. A lot of important things. And then Blackboard as well. So the new portal, again, is called Mydacc, and you use that, you can click on that logo. The portal will require that the students log in with their username and password, and they get that where they normally do. We haven't changed that. So if they have any issues with that, we can help them out right away. This portal is the first step for moving our students also to our new mobile app, which will be introduced to everybody right at the beginning of the fall semester. So we're really excited about that. And we hope that the mobile app will be a way for us to engage students during these crazy times when they're not just hanging out with us or in closer spaces. So we're hoping we can see how creative we can all get with the mobile app. So look for news for that soon. Only 10 more pages, so you guys are doing good. Online reporting systems. Every semester I ask everybody to be mindful of the 4 online reporting systems that we have. It's on the Employee Resources webpage. The reports that you have are illness, injury, general incident report, retention alert, student care, and complaints, which you really don't need to use the complaints one if you don't want to, but no, just kidding. Now more than ever, it's important that we get critical information as soon as possible. We are going to ask faculty and staff and students to report COVID-related illness or exposure through the illness and injury report. It's online. Students can do it through their phone. You can do it through a computer, whatever's easiest. So that will be the official reporting system that we will ask students, staff, and faculty to use. And then also with the retention care alert reports, if you see a student is not responding or seems to be missing some of the technology or just something you know that, or maybe they've told you about something, the retention care reports, those go immediately to advisement and counseling, and then the students are contacted. We give them services, we give them resources from DACC and the community, so it puts the information they need in their hands as soon as we get the report. So please, the more reports the merrier. Normally people don't like to hear that, but in this case it's true. So we want to see those reports. Something that started out of everything with COVID is our technology loan program. During the spring and summer semesters, we worked with several students that just didn't have the technology or the internet access to complete their courses online. So now, thankfully, we have state and federal resources to buy more laptops, webcams, headsets, mobile Wi-Fi hotspots for the students to utilize. So if a student lets you know that something broke down or they don't really have access, let us know or have them contact us, and we will be able to loan students out this equipment for the fall semester. The details on the technology loan program are not in place at the time of this taping, but I'm sure by the time you're listening to this, you will have received an email and information about how to connect students with the technology loan program. So hopefully you have that maybe in your in-service packets in the email. Our last and final note is that we're not going to allow student clubs and organizations to meet in person this semester with the COVID restrictions and our college precautions. We just don't think that's the safest way to go right now, but we are encouraging the student clubs and organizations to meet virtually, online, with Zoom, with Google. We can help them, or with the mobile app. The clubs and organizations can use that to engage students and start chats and discussions, and it might even work out better with our student schedules. So it's kind of interesting. All this technology is getting us to the point of where we need to be in many instances. So, but needless to say, welcome back to campus. Let's all retain all those students in our classrooms together, both student services and academics, and have a safe and happy fall 2020. Thanks.
Welcome back, everyone. Although it has definitely been an odd one, I hope everyone was at least able to enjoy their summer. As you know, there have been several reorganizations and or retirements over the past few months. So with that in mind, I'm excited to share that Mr. Tom Carey has been promoted to Director of Institutional Research and replaces Bob Matson. I am also excited to announce that Kaylee Kilgore has been promoted to Data Analyst in Institutional Research, replacing Tom. Kaylee also has a big announcement of her own. She gave birth to a beautiful baby boy named Oliver on July 15th. She said Oliver is doing great and growing fast, and she is excited to get back to work and see everyone. Tom and Kaylee already have many great ideas, so I have no doubt they're going to make an exceptional team. Again, welcome back and have a great semester.
Welcome to Fall 2020. If you're coming over to the clock tower, be sure to use the north entrance. That's the one on the quad area. We're using that entrance because that's where the ramp is, and it's also the closest to the disabled parking. And also, no matter what direction you're coming from, it's right in the middle. So remember, use the north entrance, the quad area, to come into the clock tower. Once you get into the clock tower, you'll see arrows on the floor and signage on the walls to indicate which direction you need to go for what classrooms or what offices. Be sure and follow the directional arrows, just like you're doing at Meijer or any of the other grocery stores or stores you go to. The Writing Center will be open beginning on August 31st, but it will be open virtually only. Students can sign up for our very popular feedback by email, which is asynchronous, or they can schedule an an in-person with one of the tutors in there using Google Hangouts. The way you can get to the Writing Center, the best way is just go the Writing Center, all lowercase, 116, that's the room number, at gmail.com. If you are wanting to go into the library, please be aware that we have some new processes in the library. Dr. Ruth has recorded a really nice announcement with some of the things going on in the library, but I want to bring your attention to a couple of things. First is if you have textbooks on reserve, we're going to have to find a new way to handle this because they are now telling us that print materials have to be quarantined for 4 days after someone has used them. So at the time of this taping, we have not quite figured out how we'll do reserves, but hopefully by the time classes start, we'll have figured out a new method. Also, that the library will be open for reference, but most of the reference will be done virtually and by appointment only. So if you're needing something or your students are needing something in the library is open, but some of those services will have to be by appointment. And last, I'd like to mention that our division meeting is Thursday afternoon. That'll be tomorrow at 2 o'clock. It will be virtual, and Jean will have sent all of you, well, not all of you, just our division, the email on how to get logged into our Zoom meeting on Thursday. And again, welcome to Fall 2020.
Hello from the lower level of Clock Tower. I'm Laura Henskin, Director of Community Education and Video Production. On the community education side, I'm happy to announce that we've closed down the mall location and moved back to campus. Leslie occupies office space in Bremer Conference Center now, and she's all set up and prepared to start taking registrations. Now on the video production side, I'm excited to announce that Keith Miller joined the DACC team full-time on July 1st. He joined our staff as a coordinator of video production. Keith is currently enrolled in his last 2 classes at Franklin University. He will soon earn his BA in Business Administration. He co-owns 217 Productions, filming and producing wedding videos. He has already helped produce some great college videos, including the 2020 commencement, Wind Technology, esports, the DACC golf outing, and more. Keith? And here he is. I'm sure you've seen Keith on campus before. He's a DACC graduate and former Campus Services student worker. So when you see Keith on campus, be sure to give him a warm welcome. And check out our work on YouTube, then contact the video production department on how we can create a video for you.
Hello everyone. Just a couple of things to let you know about. Over the summer we installed on campus a new Wi-Fi system. This is compliant with the new Wi-Fi 6 that is coming out. A couple of changes though. On your personal devices you will need to select these under your Wi-Fi settings. The public access has changed from DACC Public to the following. If you're in Murray Miller, connect to DACC MM Public. If you're in the Tech Center, connect to DACC TC Public. If you're in the Clock Tower, connect to DACC CT Public. And for Million Hall, Cannon Hall, Lincoln Hall, and Prairie Hall, connect to DACC Public 2. These separate service names help us monitor and troubleshoot issues better. Another great change is Wi-Fi in the quad. We have installed outdoor access points on Clock Tower, Prairie Hall, and Cannon Hall that provides Wi-Fi to the quad area. In Bremer Theater, we have made several improvements, new sound system, new stage lighting, and now we've installed a new projector. It is brighter and clearer than the old one. I wish we were in the theater for this in-service to show off these new upgrades. To turn the projector on, you will need to use the remote control though, until the system can be changed to support the new projector. The remote is in the cabinet. Stand at center stage and point the remote at the projector and press the power on button. It takes a few seconds to power up. To turn this off, press the standby button twice. Although we've been hampered by working remotely, Naomi and Vince have been working hard to get the computer upgrades in. Please be patient as we are still catching up with this work. Also, we'd like to inform you that WebAdvisor is being updated to meet the new security standards. This will eliminate the proceed to site on your web browser. Thanks for all you do at DACC, and welcome back.
First, I would like to thank each of you for your contributions to our future campaign. I would also like to thank Susan Aguirre, Dean Terry Cummings, and Rich Pate for taking the lead for the Employee Gifts Division. You did an awesome job. Total employee contributions included Mary Miller Society was $117,342. I am humbled every day by all of your kindness. We had another great scholarship year with 429 applicants. To date, we have awarded 524 scholarships valued at $670,947. That's 80% of our students that applied and had a completed application have received scholarships. My goal is for that percentage to be 100%. We will be hosting our annual honors program virtual this year on September 18th. So be on the lookout for more information on the link to the 2020 Foundation Honors Program. I would like to remind everyone also about our food pantry. Please remind your students and send them our way. Vermillion Hall, second floor, Foundation office. Due to the generosity of our local Meijer store, we also have gift cards for students so that they can go purchase fresh produce or necessities that we may not have in the pantry. Again, thank each of you from the bottom of my heart for your dedication and generosity to the foundation and to our students' success. Thank you.
On behalf of Danville Area Community Colleges Annuitants Association Board of Directors, I would like to add my welcome back to everyone. Welcome back! I was going to do something funny or say something witty, but I just couldn't think of anything. So I want to say thank you to all of you that answered the spring in-service call to join. There is strength in numbers. Our collective voices matter. Your membership helps State University's Annuitants Association, SUA, to continue the charge of protecting your CSRS retirement benefits. Please, join today. Do it now. You can sign up on the SUA website at www.sua.org. Click on the Join Now button and follow the prompts. If your membership has lapsed or you want to rejoin, please go to the website or contact Julie McClintock in the cashier's office. Additionally, you can find out all you want to or need to know about SUA and how they work tirelessly protecting our CSRS benefits. Thank you and have a wonderful semester.
Hello everyone, my name is Doug Adams. I'm the Director of Maintenance Facilities here at the college. My department has two announcements. I've got two new custodians, BSAs as we call them here. One is Rebecca Galley in the Child Development Center, and the other is Chuck Thompson in the Mary Miller Building. So you'll be seeing those folks around.